YouTube. Let's talk about money. It's on everybody's mind. We don't talk about it a lot, but we should. Now, we all start off learning a little bit about money in elementary school, but not much. And as we get into our teen years, we really want our own money, because it just seems like our parents are broke, which is usually not the case. But we want our own money to do our own thing. It's part of our independence. We want to start buying our own stuff, going where we want to go. And for some of us, we start our first little part-time job. For a lot of us, it's usually fast food or some other kind of retail. My first job, Burger King, was where I hung my shingle first. $3.35 an hour. No benefits, no medical, no retirement, none of that. But it was a start. And you start getting some money, start doing your own thing. And then you start going from job to job. And I brought Bessie along with me today because we're probably going to be doing a lot of lane splitting, and the trike is a little more difficult to get through the traffic with that. But back to money. You go from a part-time job to a full-time job, start making more money, and if you're not careful, your debt-to-income ratio starts to change, and you start to see what the struggle is all about. All of a sudden you figure out why your parents were always broke. Starts to come into focus. Another thing that should come into focus in your 20s and 30s is retirement. I'm in my mid-40s now, so I've got more time behind me than I do in front of me. And I'm paying a lot more attention to retirement than I did in my 20s and 30s. And it leads me to the question of, how much is enough? I'm asking you personally, in your life, how much money is enough to do what you want to do today, to plan for what you want to do tomorrow? Now that brings up a lot of different subjects. A lot of them are personal, and I understand that. For most of us, you've got Social Security. Now we can't all rely on that. Based on our job descriptions, some of us won't be getting Social Security, some of us only partial. And you've got your retirement investments, your 401k or 457, or company sponsored or not company sponsored, what you've got going as far as an investment for that. Some of us, government employees and state government employees, and in the private sector too, we have a pension. So you've got that. And you got to kind of look at it from what I call a three-legged stool. Now, by three-legged stool, I mean if you have three different revenue streams coming in, one from Social Security, one from retirement investments, and one from a pension. That's the ideal way, of course. Not all of that is available to everybody. There's plenty of people that only have their investments in Social Security when they retire, so they've got a plan for that. So how much is enough? 100,000, 250,000, a million? Done a little reading, and I discovered that for a lot of people, they're going to retire with $50,000 or less in the bank. Definitely going to need a lot more than that, depending on what revenue streams you've got going, but it also depends on your lifestyle. But speaking about money, it has a lot to do with, you can sacrifice your quality of life today for a better quality of life tomorrow, or you can live for today and not necessarily have much of a tomorrow. You got to find a good balance between the two. Now, when it comes to motorcycling, of course, just buy the damn motorcycle, if you ask me, but it all depends on where you want to be today and where you want to be tomorrow. As far as I'm concerned, take the trips. You don't want to be the richest guy or girl in the cemetery and have shortchanged yourself literally and throughout your life. Enjoy your life, but don't be foolhardy. There are going to be plenty of things that you're not going to be able to experience, things you're not going to be able to do based on your income level. There, it may seem like it's not fair, but life isn't fair for the most part. I'm gonna make a U-turn right here, or we might make a left, I'm not sure. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, if you ask me, live life, enjoy it, ring it out for all it's worth, arrive at the end having lived your life to the fullest, because you can't take any of it with you. That being said, you want to have a nice, comfortable retirement, have your investments, have your equity in your home, for those of you that are homeowners, have money set aside, plan for the future, so that when you don't have to work the daily grind, that you're able to enjoy your time away from work. It seems like that's just about all most of us do, is work, work, work. We're going to take a left here on the 74, head up. It's a kind of a mountainous area we're going to head up into. It's a personal decision that only you can make. You've got all the information, and you got to make the best decision you can based on that information. You got to find the right ratio between how you're living today, how you want to live tomorrow. Find what works best for you. Now this is a gorgeous piece of scenery right here. This road leads up to, this is Highway 74, and it leads from Palm Desert up into some mountain communities. And it's a gorgeous route. Makes for a nice afternoon ride for sure. Did you invest? Did you diversify? Are you ready? You ready for retirement? You ready for where you want to be? It's never too late to start investing. It just depends on where you want to be when you get there. How much is going to be enough? How much do you want? And it depends on what lifestyle you want when you get there. Some people aren't asking for much. Some people want it all. It just depends on where you want to be when you get there. Me, I'm trying to live life a little bit for today, a little bit for tomorrow. Try to set myself up to be able to enjoy both. I'll take a brief little stop here at this lookout. Take a look-see. This is Coachella Valley. Pretty hazy today, but it's beautiful anyway. I'll have no idea what you can see until I look at the video myself, but there's the road we came up down there. Looks like a pretty popular place for motorcycles today. Usually sport bikes up on this hill. A couple of us Harley guys. Looks like I was in front of this pack. So, in closing, as I pull up to one of my favorite stores, and we're talking about money, you guys have a wonderful day. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.